everybody. It's finally that time again. It is time for Diary of a Physicist Farmgal. Have I got on a clean shirt? Mostly. My name is Deborah, and I'm coming to you from here on my family farm in the foothills of the Arkansas Ozarks, where I like to do all the crafts. I knit, I crochet, I sew, I quilt, I make baskets, I make jewelry. I make, apparently, bone art. I do needlework. I do all the crafts. I'll try any craft once and twice if I like it. I am also a university professor at a local university where I teach courses to physics majors and to gen ed students, and I am a docent at our planetarium. And it's been all Eclipse all the time because the eclipse is coming up very soon. 2 weeks from tomorrow will be the total solar eclipse where I live, and I am very excited. I am so hoping it's not cloudy like it is today. And last but not least, I am a farmer. I am a third generation family farmer here on my land in the Arkansas Ozarks, where my family has lived for over a century. I raise grass-fed beef cattle and I raise horses. And I do not have any other livestock besides that right now, because I'll tell you why in just a little bit. And I am also fur kid mom, as Willie will tell you, to several dogs and cats and an outside clouder of barn cats. So if any of all of that sounds interesting to you, I hope you'll join me on this episode of Diary of a Physicist Farmgal. Okay, if you're looking for me on social media, you can find me on Ravelry and on Instagram and on TikTok as Doc Firewoman. There is also a Facebook group for the podcast, as well as a Ravelry group, Diary of a Physicist Farmgal. The Ravelry group has not been terribly active. I've been using Facebook a little bit more, but it is there. Now, if you want to find my personal other stuff, I have a author page, Deborah Burris, teacher, author, witch, I think, or author, teacher, witch. You can go there. Or my bone art business is Stories of the Bones, or the farm page is Buckthorn Farms. So all the things, you can find me there. So that's how you can find me on social media. I will tell you straight up, if you are new here, I am a liberal-leaning, left-leaning, I guess I should say left-leaning, it's more accurate, Democrat, and I am pagan, and I am queer, and I am socially very liberal, and I have those beliefs, and I am not ashamed to hide those. Yeah, so that, if I'm not your cup of tea, that is quite all right, and you can find someone who is. But if you voted for the person, I'm not going to say their name, in 2016, who caused a lot of havoc and caused us to lose bodily autonomy for women, probably not going to like it here. So have a nice day. I hope you find something that you like. Anyway, that's how to find me, and I'll get on here with some finished objects, and boy, it's a doozy. Okay, y'all, I have lots of finished objects, but they are like bead sets and stuff to show for, or bead sets for Eclipse Fest. I am going to be doing my first solo vending venture for Eclipse Fest, which is an event over at Hidden Acres Farm here in Arkansas. It's a 4-day sort of festival. I'm only going to be there through Sunday morning because I'm going to come home so I can watch the eclipse here. But I've been making what I've been calling meditation bead sets. I've made about 50 of them. I am not going to show you all of them. But I've been using just gemstone beads, and then you can wear them. A lot of people wear them as a necklace, so I put a clasp on them. But they are meant to be something for you when you meditate. They're like a mala or something like that. Not, malas have very specific patterns, and rosaries have very specific patterns. And I just kind of freestyle these. I usually do them in multiples of 3 or the number 7, because I really like the number 7. And then I put a drop with some sort of interesting pendant on the bottom of it. But I've made about 50 of those. And I've already sold like 8 to people just from posting them online. The other thing that I've been doing is my friend Tim gave me a bunch of skulls, deer skulls, because he's hunted for years and years and years. And he just like, I have all these skulls and I don't have anywhere to put them. So would you like to have them for art? And I'm like, yes. So I have been decoupaging skulls. And then this has Botswana agate in the nose piece of it, and also lots of cat hair that I'm going to have to get off before I pack it away. And then Joel helped me make the hangers for a lot of them. I've been doing cattle skulls this way too, and goat skulls, and yeah, so I've got these that are be available for sale too. I've already sold one of these too. It's already packed away, but at any rate, but I don't have any fiber craft whips to show you. Finished objects. I have several whips, but I have a doozy of a finished object, and I'm trying to keep Pickle from coming up. Bam! My book is here. Yay! My book is here. There is a little typo. They've got me at the wrong university on the back, but nobody's going to read that anyway. So, my book. It's my book. It's by Llewellyn Publishing. It is 200 and almost 80 pages with all the references and everything. So, it's my book. I'm so excited. This is a labor of love. Y'all have been with me for a while, know how long it took me to write this. But yeah, if you want one, it is available through Llewellyn Publishing. It's also available through Amazon. If you would like an autographed copy, you can message me. I'll put my email down below, or you can message me on socials, and I can probably get you an autographed copy. So, I will be coming around to different parts of the country. I'll actually, if you are interested, you can follow my author page, but I'm going to be in Callahan, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida area in a couple of weeks. And then after that, I will be in Asheville, North Carolina in April. Then in May, I'm not going anywhere. And then in June, I will be in Orlando. So yay, the book's here, yay. Now we'll move on to whips. I do have some works in progress because I have been doing some knitting at work mostly, because when I'm at home, since I have this event coming up where I'm solo vending in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now, I have been just doing work for the vending part of my business. But I do have some works in progress. Oh, I'm in the middle of a row on this one. Great. Okay. Well, I have been working on my Yule shawl from the Celtic Year Shawl Club, and I have made it quite a bit further. The last time you saw it, it was down here by this marker. So I am almost done with the snowflakes section. I've got one more repeat of the snowflake pattern, and then I've got the 2 rows of trees and 2 rows of cones, and then it's done. So I am almost done with this shawl. It is getting really big now. So this is from the Celtic Year Shawl Club. It's called The Forest is Lovely, or The Trees Are Lovely. And it is knit in Woolly Wonka Sock Club sock yarn, and the color is called Nimaway. And it was from a club that I joined back in 2018, so I'm a little behind, obviously, on getting things knitted, but that's okay. Yeah, so I'm almost done with that. I've got one more repeat, like I said, of the snowflakes. Then, this is not very exciting, but this is the Barnyard Guernsey. It is a bottom-up sweater, and I am almost ready to start the Guernsey pattern. You're supposed to have, it's a rolled hem at the bottom, but you're supposed to have 8 inches of just plain stockinette stitch at the bottom. So I haven't worked on this one as much as I have my other sweater, but so that one's not very exciting, but it is great knitting for the planetarium. Then the one that I have made, well, I'm going to save that one for last. I'll show that one in a minute. I'll show my leg warmers. I have been working on my leg warmers as well. These are the squishy stripy leg warmers, and I have put quite a bit of length on these since you last saw them. When you last saw them, they were down here, so I have put quite a bit of length. They just have one little cable twist on each one, going up. I realized I never went up to my bigger needles on this. So I'm just knitting on zeros like there's no tomorrow. But anyway, so that's fine. I like the fabric the way it looks, so I'm not all that worried about it. Oops, I dropped my cable needle. But this is Brenda and Heather Yarns, Joe and the Dream Coats. So I'm knitting them 2 at a time with magic loop, like I do my socks. So that way I'm sure that they're the same length. And I've got the stripes matching up pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. So, yes. So I have been doing some knitting. It's just this spring break, I've been on spring break this week, and I've just been working on the bone art business. So here is my big whip. This is the PhD candidate from Dear Ingenue. And the last time you saw it, it was here. Well, now I have almost finished the body. I am about an inch away from finishing the bottom ribbing. This is a colorwork sweater. This pattern is actually free, and it is knit in chunky yarn, so it is going to be incredibly warm. But this is available for free, and it does have color work on the sleeves. So what I'm gonna do, because I've only got I've got less than 1 skein left of the black. I'm gonna knit the sleeve down and do the first color work pattern on this side. Then I'm gonna switch over and do this sleeve and do the first color work pattern. Then I'm gonna come back and knit down to the second one, and then the second one, because they're not very big. But I just don't want to run out. I don't want to knit one sleeve and then have to completely rip it back because I ran out of the black yarn. So anyway, this is being knit in some yarn that Shirley gave me. So this is very exciting. This is going to be a very warm sweater when it's done. So yay. But yeah, that is called the PhD candidate, and it is free. So I just need to spend some more time with it. So that's all my works in progress that I have to share with you this time. I do not have any future crafting plans right now, and I don't have any acquisitions, so we're going to move on and talk about science. Okay, so I guess the big thing in the science that I will talk about is the eclipse, because that's mostly what's been consuming us on campus, is getting ready for the total solar eclipse on April the 8th. We are in the path of the totality, so I have talked to probably 20 different school groups and public groups, did 3 presentations over spring break. So I am about eclipsed out. I am ready for it to be here, and I'm ready for I hope that the weather is clear. Otherwise, that's pretty much all that's been going on campus. I have kind of been maintaining a low profile on campus just because my energy has been going into other areas. But the eclipse is coming up, and we're very excited. A lot of the towns in my area are doing all kinds of eclipse events and things like that. So that's very exciting. You know, I'm teaching astronomy again this semester in my physics majors. I've got really good groups in both classes, which has been great. But other than that, I've kind of pulled back from a lot of the stuff that was doing on campus. I'm still involved with the Center for Excellence in Teaching and Academic Leadership, which I really, truly believe in. But, you know, I'm not exactly quiet quitting, but I'm not exactly not either. It's time for me to step back and let some of the younger faculty start taking on roles. And I have other things I'm interested in doing now. So that's been kind of a decision that I have made. But I am very excited about the eclipse. I'm going to be in my front yard. I'm going to be at a Vicky's for Eclipse Fest until Sunday morning, and then I am going to leave Sunday morning and come home so that I can be in my front yard looking at the eclipse, because I have over 4 minutes of totality here. So I will make sure and share that experience with you guys. I'll probably take some video. I'm not going to video the eclipse because my phone's not going to do justice. I might video my reaction to the eclipse. But we're going to hope for clear skies, because it's been overcast the last 2 days, and with April, it's a crapshoot. You never know what you're getting in Arkansas in April. So, yeah. But anyway, that's all the science I got. So we're going to move on and talk about farm life and stuff. Okay, so here on the farm, it is spring is sprung. Yay, spring is here, and the grass is coming out, and I'm not having to feed nearly as much hay. Gusty has gained weight, which is great because I had her up feeding her for most of the winter. Got some baby calves, which is also very exciting. So that's been really good. Hi, Willie. Come here. Yeah, okay, come on. For those of you who don't follow me on social media, unfortunately, I did lose my kitty Simon. I don't know. I don't think I've talked about that, but he was pretty old. He was 14, and he had that respiratory virus that cats get when they're kittens, and he had battled that off and on his whole life, and the vet said it would shorten his life, by some, and it did. I mean, he only lived to be 14, but he had a good long life. Unfortunately, one of my dog's ears, he is not doing very well. He is in heart failure. We are treating it as best as we can, making him comfortable, but he is probably not going to be with me for very much longer. Unfortunately, a lot of my animals are older, and when they get old, they're okay till they're not okay. So that is the thing we have to face here on the farm. But we take the sadness to make to go with the joy that we have with them here. So Willie is doing well, and he would like for you to all know that, right? He is doing very well. So we've been doing some wildflower hikes, looking at the spring wildflowers. I've been drying some of the important medicinal herbs like the red dead nettle, and I'll get some. I noticed my ribwort is finally starting to come on, so I'll dry some of that. I've got some raspberry plants that someone gave me that I desperately need to get in the ground today, so I'll probably go outside because we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. I'll probably go outside here in just a little bit and just do it because I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So I need to just get out there and do it. So other than that, what I have been doing is just getting ready for this vending venture. I started a business called Stories of the Bones, which I make bone art from bones that I find on my property. Joel encouraged me to do that, and so I have my first solo venture at Eclipse Fest. He is going to be vending with his partner in Norman, Oklahoma at the big medieval fair that I went to last year, but I decided to stay home and do Eclipse Fest instead because that's sort of my local people and I like to support them whenever I can. The other thing is I'm having a book release party. So if you are in driving distance, on May 19th, I will be having a book release event. So I'll link the details for that down below and you can come out to the book release party. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on is I've just been doing bone art all the time. I need to get back on a regular recording schedule. I think I've said that for a year now, but I'm going to and share with you some of the things that I've been working on and share some video from different events. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there and we'll come back with a few final thoughts. Okay, well, I went out and planted those doggone raspberries and fed the horses, and I'm filling up the water tanks because we've got some weather coming in, and the reason I know that is my head is killing me. So I also went out and got the ibuprofen that I keep in my car. I try to avoid taking them whenever I can, but sometimes needs must. I thought maybe it was because I was dehydrated, but I've been drinking more water today and yesterday afternoon, and sometimes it's really easy for me to drink too much soda, especially when I'm sitting here working and just watching like Northern Exposure or something. But at any rate, raspberries are planted. I wanted to talk about these seasons of changes people go through. Like people go, well, you weren't who you used to be, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I am very different, and I'm growing and glowing in ways that I never expected I would 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. So I wanted to share with you, and I'm certain many of you have seen this. It is a piece that I see going around on Facebook, but it's by Emery Hall, and it's from a book called Made of Rivers. And it's, you have been 1,000 different women. And I think that's appropriate because we all change as we evolve. Sometimes life forces a change. Sometimes we just change because we feel like it's the thing we need to do. So I like this poem, so I will share that with you. It says, "Dear sister, make peace with all the women you once were. Lay flowers at their feet and offer them incense and honey and forgiveness. Honor them and give them your silence. Listen. Bless them and let them be. For they are the bones of the temple you sit in now. For they are the rivers of wisdom leading you toward the sea. I have been 1,000 different women. I think that's lovely. And we always circle back to things, it seems like hopefully positive things. We circle back to like our love of a craft, or our enjoyment of gardening, or horses, or many other things. That I have been 1,000 different women, and I hope I continue to be 1,000 more. So anyway, this is kind of short, but I just wanted to check in with you guys. I'll put all my information down below and how to contact me if you want to get a copy of the book signed. You can pre-order it from Amazon or Llewellyn.com. I have some copies that I can do direct sales on. But if you're out where I'm going to be, please come by and see me and say hello and let me hug your neck. Or not, if you don't want that. Consent matters. Anyway, I'll see y'all soon. Y'all be good to each other and take care of each other. And peace out, y'all. Willie's asleep in the chair. Oh, no. Here's Willie. You want to come say bye? Come on. Come here. Well, come on and say bye. Okay. Oh, Willie's going to come say bye. So what do we say? Y'all be good to each other and take care of each other and what? Peace out, y'all. Bye.